Hello, welcome to our presentation of contractors or risk insurance. You're most welcome listen and understand the simple guide to contractors or risk insurance. What's what's meant by contractors or risk, and who are more concerned with contractors or risk insurance? We say this is a cover that's uh, provide the protection to building and civil engineering construction against the different hazards that can happen during construction stages. Examples of those projects are, let's say, bridges, dams, harbors, residential building, office building, hospitals, railways, airports, schools, and roads, and all sorts of construction nature. Uh, that's with resort projects is where contractors or risk insurance is needed. We say in general it's a provided cover on a risk basis in which uh, all physical losses or damage of the project will be covered unless those causes are specifically excluded in the policy, which any period which is not excluded in the policy is completely covered with contractor risk for a specific project. And we say the loss or damage to the project should be unforeseen, which in which way is this the base of insurance? Any damage to should be unforeseen and accidental. Any damage in insurance should be unforeseen and accidental in nature, not deliberately damage or loss. Uh, what are the main hazards which are covered with contractor risk? We say there's fire, explosion, safety of the materials in the site, burglary, collapse of the whole project, an earthquake happen and the whole project collapse, landslides, storms, flood, heavy rain, and then flood. Road is washed out, everything is moved away, and then where contractors always play a part in compensation of that loss. And we say in contractors always the protection they provided in two sections. First section is material damage section, and second section is third party liability. Under section 1, which is material damage, this will include the contract work itself, permanent and temporary works that are to be performed for a specific project. Also, there is removal of debris, there is professional fees, there is construction equipment and the machinery used by the contractor during the construction of the project. Principals existing property. Let's say the principal provides some of the property to the contractor, and then those property are to be protected. It's where contractors only play a part in that way. Free issues material and material that are supplied within the project are also covered with contractor risk under section 1 of material damage. Section 2 is third party liability insurance. In normal operational contractors and subcontractors have annual renewable general liability policy to protect the operation against many by third parties. However, contractors always can also include third party liability section, which you'll be protected for any third party bodily injury or death or property damage caused by your construction activity with that project concerned. So, with contractors or risk cover will be an extension of third party liability section in which you'll be protected for any third party bodily injury or death or property damage caused by your construction activities. Uh, what who are the insured parties under contractors? Or we say there is principal. Principal is the one who employs the contractors or contractors. So employer is the one who provides the project to the contractor. And then there's main contractors, subcontractors, project managers, and suppliers. All those are considered to be as one entity are jointly insured by contractors or risk. How can you determine the insured period for contractor risk? Contractor risk insurance includes cover during works and after work. During works, it means the stage of construction, and after works, it means the maintenance period of that project. And the maintenance period, most operational covers are considered as fire and allied police and third parts. The cover starts from commencement of work or inception of period phase with the post schedule. So the period of insurance for contractor starts uh, when the work commences or otherwise specified in the policy schedule. The cover ends after completion of structural work and the put into service or expire of the date specified in the policy. Then at the end period of contractors or risk cover goes up to the end of complete completion of the structure and that is put into service. If that's not the case, and then the schedule should specify the date in which the cover will end. Or how can we determine the sum insured under contractors or risk policy? The sum insured is usually considered to be a total contract value of the completed works, including materials, salaries, transport, and customer duties, are also considered to be a total contract value in which used as the basis for sum insured contractors or risk. Uh, but in some cases, contractors can be required to specify uh, a sum insured according to the requirement of the employer. Let's say the construction machine and equipment should have their own value to be insured. Debris is removed. We have to mention the limit of that one. Third party liability also. We have to include to mention the limit for each bodily injury or death and the property damage. And this sometimes depends as per contract condition provided by the employer. In case there's any changes of sum insured, you are advised to notify your insurer for changes happen to the sum insured in either contract value or any materials that are to be insured as construction material equipment or anything else anytime without any delay. Because this will be a effect during when you claim arise and then you have not notified your insurer on anything else. So what are the general exclusion under contractors or risk? We say war, riot, and civil convention are excluded from contractors or risk policy. Nuclear radioactivity contamination is also excluded under contractors or risk. With act or with negligence of the insured or their representative is also excluded under contractors or risk. There are special or we say uh, special exclusion under each section. Let's say under section 1, the exclusion which are consequential laws are not covered with contractors or faulty design is an exclusion on the contractors or risk. Defect material or workmanship is an exclusion under contractors or risk. We and the TI is also an exclusion under contractors or risk. Lorry vehicles are excluded under contractors. So someone can say that my machine aren't just a load vehicles, but downs, heavy duty vehicles or excavators are included under machinery equipment under section 1 of contractors, machine and equipment. Mechanical and electrical breakdown is also not covered with contractors or risk. Also, the exclusion under section 2, which is third-party liability, we say property insured or insured under section 1. All the equipment that are insured under section 1 are not covered with third-party liability section. Vibration or removal of weakness of the support is not also part of contractors. Also, liability for board injuries to your own employees are not covered as contract. That's why we are devised to have what? To have your own employer's liability or group personal accident to employees so they can get protected with such any accident or body injury happen to them. Liability for damage to property belongs to insured. Any property that are yours are not also covered with contractors or it goes on to third party properties that will be protected. Motor liability, it's any damage caused by your liability, your motor vehicles are not covered with contractors, but it goes back to a third party liability cover that you have in your motor vehicles. Contractions, liability, any contract that is enforced is not involved within the contractors. Also, how now claim was settled under contractors also? Loss is made on the basis of valid bills, document evidence, and the justification of the loss or damage. Any provisional repair should be borne by the insured. The cost of any alteration improvement which may be undertaken as a result of the loss or damage are not payable by the insurance company. You make an improvement to the structure that should be not covered by the insurance. Uh, if repairable cases, the base of loss is the cost to repair they needed to restore the plant to its condition before they cover the occurrence less than the salvage. Say when say property gets clank and then it's requiring repair, it's not a total loss. It means the cost will be needed that will be the cost to repair that property to its original condition before the incident. We less than the salvage that if there is any salvage, then it will be deducted from that amount to be paid. For total loss means the actual value of the property method with for total loss, the settlement is the actual value of the property made to be for the loss occurred less salvage if any. Not all claims are subject to excess or data which are borne in salvage. So in each case, if it's a repair case or total loss case, there is an excess or deductible that are to be subjected to every claim that you submit to the insurer. So if your policy have a certain limit of excess, then every claim that is below excess is not payable. And then if it goes beyond the excess should be deducted before any payment made to you. Hope that's clear. Uh, thank you for listening. And then this is the end. Next time we'll look on a professional liability insurance.